ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्भरेण्यं भर्गोः देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्भरेण्यं भर्गोः देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्भरेण्यं भर्गोः देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। निःश्रेण्यो ब्रह्मलोकस्य वाग्देव्याः कर्णकुण्डले धर्मद्रुममहामूले वाल्मीकिव्यासयोः कृते कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वं मरोगता अजाढ्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने रामनामवरानन ॐ नमः इति। ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ರಶ್ಮಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತಿದ್ದೆ ರಶ್ಮಿ ಸೇರಿ ಸುಮಾರು ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವ ಅಂತ. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little busy actually. I couldn't
yeah,
join.
I understand. No problem. So we have reached chapter 2, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯಕಾಂಡ 66ನೇ 67ನೇ ಸರ್ಗ ಇವಾಗ. So Rama
Oh,
has entered the forest, Dasharatha has died. So
oh,
ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಕರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅದು ನೀ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಕರ್ಸ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅದ.
uh,
ವೆ ಯು ದೇರ್ ಅದರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಡೆದಾಗ?
I think I was there. Like,
ಹ್ಞೂ.
uh,
ಸೊ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ
something
ನ್ಯೂ
about Dasharatha's. Why did it befall on him such pain? And
ಸೊ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಕರ್ಮ ಆರ್ ರಾದರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ನೀಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಧೂಳು ಬಂತು, ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಢಮ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಶಬ್ದ ಬಂತು, ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ತಿರುಗಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್. ನಾವು ಇಡೀ ದಿನ ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯಾ, ಅದು ಕರ್ಮ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಶರಥ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರನ ಕೊಂದಿದ್ದು, ಅವನು ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರನ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಒಂದು ಮೃಗವನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು. ಹಿ ಥಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್. ಒಂದು ಮೃಗ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಮೃಗವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಆ ಶಬ್ದವೇದಿ ಅಂತ ಬೈ ದ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, ಅವನಿಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಚಾತುರ್ಯನ. ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ? ಚಾತುರ್ಯ, ನಾಟ್ ಚಾತುರ್ಯ,
ಕೌಶಲ
ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ.
ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ
ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ. ಹಾಂ,
ಕೌಶಲ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಎರಡೂ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಮೃಗ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಬಾಣ ಬಿಡೋ ಒಂದು ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇತ್ತಂತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಂತ ಅವನು ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ. ಸೊ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿ ಪಿ ಟಿಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಅದ್ರ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಓದೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅವನಿಗಿತ್ತು ಮೃಗವನ್ನು. ಅದು ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರ ಸತ್ತೋದ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗಲ್ವಂತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎನ್ ಅನ್ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲ್. ಅವನು ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರನ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅವ್ನು ಮೃಗವನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅವನು ತಗೊಂಡ. ಒಂದು ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಟುಕ್. ಸೊ ಕರ್ಮ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಐದರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ವಿಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಐದರ್ ಅವರ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಅಸಹ್ಯತೆ ಥರ ಆಗಲಿ, ನನಗೆ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅವರ್ಷನ್ ಇರಲಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ನ ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ತಂದು ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ಸೊ ಹೊಸ ವಿಷಯ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದು, ದಶರಥ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಕರ್ಮ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಸಫರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬಟ್ ಅವನು ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರನ್ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಕೊಲ್ದಿದ್ರು ಅವನು ಮೃಗವನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿ ಪಿ ಟಿನ, ಈಗ ದಶರಥ ಮೃಗವನ್ನೇ ಸಾಯಿಸಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವನ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಮೃಗವನ್ನು ಸಾಯಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಸಾಯಿಸಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಕರ್ಮ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವ ಅಂತ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು ಅವನು. ಸೊ ಟು ಕಿಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅದು ಅವ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ರಾಜರ ಆಟ ಆಡೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಥರ, ಹಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಥರ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ, ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಮಫಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಮಫಲ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಬಂತು. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ದು ಶಾಪನೂ ಸೇರ್ಕೋತು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯಾ. So that was an update I wanted to.
Hunting only if it's necessary, if it's done right.
ಹೌದು.
Do you justify it like that?
ಹೌದು, ಸರ್ವೈವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್. ಬುದ್ಧಾಸ್ ದ ಧರ್ಮಸುತ್ತಾಸ್, ದ ಧಮ್ಮಸುತ್ತಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಇದಲ್ಲ ಧರ್ಮಸೂತ್ರಾಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ.
Correct.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕರ್ಮಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಸ್ ಆರ್. ಅದ
Still, the question remains if Kriya has some.
Kriya does not have karma phala. That's very clearly established in Buddhism.
Really?
ನಾನು ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ನಿನ್ನ ಕಾಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲಿಟ್ಟೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ಲಿ ಹರ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, so there is the kriya adrinda that was that becomes kriya. It's there. So
But let's take another example. By mistake, I stepped on a snake. Immediately, I'm bit, alva. I mean, the snake bites.
that is
So,
other the reflex action ado.
but consequences is faced.
Otherwise that was not karma. Would you name that as karma phala?
I think so, maybe. It's just by chance ಅಂತ ಏನಾರು ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yeah, but was it as a result of this? If I stepped on a rope, the rope didn't bite me back, but I stepped on a snake, it bit me.
ಅದೇ. So that's what the question, that Kriya doesn't have any phala. I don't know. It makes sense that it should not have, because
It does not. Kriya does not have phala. Only karma has phala. I don't know where the confusion was, or what ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ ನಾನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಈ ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಲ್ವಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಫಲ ಅದೇನ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್?
ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ, ಅವಾಗಿನ ತುಳಿದಿದ್ರದ್ದು ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ.
That's what I'm confused. Like unintentionally also, if someone, let's say by mistake I'm driving a car and there's an accident that takes place, completely by mistake, no intention, but I will suffer the consequences with the guilt, alva. That's my thing. It's still a
that is how. So then you will only suffer the consequences of the guilt, not the karma. ನೀ ಕೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಕಾಲು ತೊಳೆದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ನನಗದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೋ. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಕಾಲು ತೊಳೆದು ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ನಂಗೆ ಕರ್ಮಫಲ ತಟ್ಟಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ದಟ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೌ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಗಿಲ್ಟಿ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಗಿಲ್ಟಿ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನ ಸಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ಮಫಲ ಸಫರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
So that guilty consciousness is not a result of the action that I performed.
It is my choice, alva. I can feel happy. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ರಶ್ಮಿಗೆ ಅಂತ I can just be very complacent and say ಸಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಸಾರಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಏನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಆ ಈಗೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ರಶ್ಮಿಗೆ, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಪೇನ್ ಉಂಟಾಗೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ದಟ್ ಈಗೋ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಿಚಸ್ ಇನ್, ನಾನು ನನ್ನದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವನೆ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಿಚಸ್ ಇನ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್. ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿ ಪಿ ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್. ಈಗ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ಚಿತ್ತ ಅಹಂಕಾರನ ತಗೊಂಡು the moment ahankara comes and says this action, the doer is me. So doership bandid takshana it becomes karma. If there is no doership, then there is no karma. ಅದ
Doership is different from intention.
ಐ ಆಮ್ ಓನಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ನೋ. ಅವಾಗ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕದು, ನಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅದು.
Uh-huh. I mean, no, I agree. I understood what you said, but just another point.
ಹ್ಞೂ
Um, Doership is slightly different from intention. Let's say, for example, in the battlefield,
ಹ್ಞೂ
Krishna says you must fight with all your effort to win.
ಹ್ಞೂ
And then if you win, you'll get the Raja, or if you lose, you'll get Swarga,
ಹ್ಞೂ
whatever.
ಹ್ಞೂ
So there's an intention to win,
Hmm.
but Krishna says you surrender your whatever fight you're doing to me
Hmm.
and fight with an intention to win. So there's difference between doership and intention.
ಫೈಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ
ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಹೀಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ನೀನು ಕರ್ಮಣ್ಯೇವ ಅಧಿಕಾರಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಕರ್ಮಣಿ ಏವಂ ಅಧಿಕಾರಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ನಿನ್ನ ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ನಿನಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
But the intention here
ಹ್ಞೂ
to say is that I must fight for dharma samsthapane,
Hmm.
to destroy adharmas.
Correct.
Alva?
Correct.
So ಅಲ್ಲಿ intention ಇದೆ,
Correct.
but the doership he should give away. That's what Krishna says.
ಹಾಂ, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಂ
Correct. So ಅದೆರಡು different ಅಲ್ವಾ? So to understand it,
ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದೌದು.
yeah.
ಹಾಂ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ
So
ನಾನು ಗೋ
if you can even be a person, if you do not associate one ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಹ್ಞೂ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕರ್ಮ, ಯಾ.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Uh,
If you do not associate.
yeah. So what I'm thinking is, if there is no doership that you associate, like ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಕರ್ಮಫಲ ಬರಲ್ಲ, but you can still have an intention without ಅಹಂಕಾರ. That's what I'm thinking.
ಈಗ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, you're right. So the intention to do something and I don't want the doership of it. Ada. Okay. I think I gave the example of Karna and Arjuna, the way Krishna tested who is a better charitable person ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ನಾನು. ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್. ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಅರ್ಜುನ ವಾಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೈ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ, ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಜುನನ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿಮಾ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಯಾ, ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿಮಾ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಕಿಂಗೆ, ಯಾ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಯಾ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಇಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ನಾನು ದಾನ ಧರ್ಮ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ನಾನು ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಂ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ
He gives the whole. I think so.
ಸೊ ಅರ್ಜುನಗೆ ವೆನ್ ಹಿ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹೀಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್, ಅದನ್ನು ದಾನ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವನು ಹೀ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಶವೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ರಾಶಿ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಮೂಟೆಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವನು ಮೂಟೆಲಿ ತುಂಬಿಸಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಹಿ ಗೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗಲಾದರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎತ್ತಿ ಬಾಚಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಇನ್ ದಾನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರ್ಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಕರ್ಣನ ಕರೆಸಿದಾಗ ಕರ್ಣ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, he just takes the shovel, he throws the shovel and he just points the villagers to that gold and he says, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಡೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅವನು, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಐ ಐ ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್?
It's a little breaking, but now it's better.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಂ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
now it is cutting.
ಹಾಂ. ಈಗ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನಾವು ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲಿ?
Sometimes it is good, sometimes it's like cutting.
I'll just try shifting networks. Give me one moment.
Maybe video off ಮಾಡಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
I'll just shift networks and see. Just a moment. ಶುಡ್ ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್. ಇವಾಗ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ? ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ ಈಗ? ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್? ಆಮ್ ಐ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಡಿಬಲ್?
Yeah. Now it's
ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಂ. ಸೊ ಕರ್ಣ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ದರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವನು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಭಾವನೆನೇ ಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಶವಲ್ನ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ದಾನ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೈಟ್, ರಶ್ಮಿ.
There's one more thing. When Krishna came, he was sitting and he was taking an oil bath. I think this is a very famous thing. There is a vessel of gold vessel which was there, and the right hand, he was applying oil with his right hand, and then no, with his left hand.
ಯಾರು ಸಾರಿ,
And
ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್?
Karna.
Karna.
So Krishna asked, give me that vessel. So he says, he immediately gives with the left hand itself.
Yeah.
So they ask him, why you gave it left hand? Dana ಕೊಡುವಾಗ right hand ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಯಾಕೆ left hand? ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು left hand ಇಂದ right hand ಹೋಗೋದಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಂಗೆ
ಏನು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ? ಸಾರಿ,
ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ. ಹಾಂ,
ಅದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಸ್ ಡಾನ್.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ಯಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ Dasharatha killing Shravanakumara. Why did it incur karma phala? Because although he didn't have the intention to kill Shravanakumara, he had the intention to kill as a part of his hunting. ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಹಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಡಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಲಯನ್ ಆರ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರ, ಹಿ ವುಡ್ ಇನ್ಕರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲ ಎನಿವೇ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆನ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೇಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಪರೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರಾಮ. ಅದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ
but my fundamental question was separating intention and doership, and which actually causes karma phala. Is it doership or intention or both,
beautiful question.
or a combination?
Beautiful question.
So when you say doership, definitely it causes, but intention without doership
also causes.
may not.
Can you think of doing something without an intention?
Manifest ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ,
ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಸಂಬಡಿಸ್ ಟೋ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೇವ್ ಯು ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್,
ಅವಾಗ doership ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನು ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಇಲ್ಲ. correct.
ಎರಡೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ that example we are clear.
Yeah.
Now I stepped on your toe and I feel very bad about it. ನಾನು ರಶ್ಮಿಗೆ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು.
Yes.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು. ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಲಿಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಯು.
When there is when there is an intention, there is definitely a doership. You cannot separate it. When there is an intention, oh no, I don't know.
If you have mastered your ahankara and side ಗೆಡೋದು, then doership ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
Correct. Got it. Yes.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ that makes it clear ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ,
ಅಹಂಕಾರನ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹಾಂ, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಟಿ ಮಚ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ರೋಬೋಟ್, ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇದು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಫ್.
What is needed, that's it.
ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹಾಂ, ಒಂಥರ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಅ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಇನ್ BBMP. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ರೋಡ್ ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಆಯಿತಾ. ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಪಕ್ಕ ರೋಡ್ ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಕಸ ಗುಡಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಲೆಟ್ ಗೋ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈವನ್ ದಾನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ you want to donate some 10,000 rupees. Okay, So I tried doing this. Okay, I tried doing this in one school. So then I had one of those years in the past I wanted to give 5,000 rupees to a needy student. Okay, so nan I went to the headmistress of the school and I said, Nanak, I don't want to know which student you're going to give this to. You identify whoever is the most needy student. Okay, 5,000 ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, you give it off ಅಂತ, to whomever you find. So now the money reached that child. Okay, but I don't know to whom it reached. Okay, so ivaga let's imagine that girl became very successful because of the timely money that I gave. Okay, all fees help ಆಯಿತು, and then she became successful because of that. Now ನಾನು ಟೈಮ್ಲಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವಳು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅವಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಒಂದು ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೂಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐಮ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಾನು 5,000 rupees ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಅಂತ, ಇಫ್ ಐಮ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ದೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ to that. So the doership is still there, right? I have 5,000 surplus with me, I give it, forget it. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮರ್ಸ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
ಬ್ಲಾಂಕೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು. You just go and with people who are lying on the road. Nobody knows who has given, nobody knows who has given, and nobody gives with the knowledge that whom they are giving to. It's in the dark. So you just go and give it and come, finish dharma ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಕತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಡೂವರ್ಶಿಪ್.
Yeah, I gave you the example of the Buddhist monks, the way collect their arms, ಒಂದು ಒಂದೇ ಬಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಬಟ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅವರು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ I don't know, Chinmay, if you've heard of that part. Some extremely staunch Buddhist monks who are very, very strict about their practices. Imagine they go to 10 houses to collect their food. Okay? They go to the first house and imagine the first lady gives some leftover paisam from yesterday. And then they go to the second house and the lady has made bisibelebath.
They mix everything.
They put that bisibelebath on the paisam. Okay. The third person, he goes to the third house and let's imagine she has made majge holi. Okay.
True.
It goes on that, and the third person, fourth, if they go, maybe they've made some whatever you just think of anything you can think of, mosarana. Okay. So now if he goes to 10 houses, while he is collecting the food, he bends his head down so he doesn't see who is serving. That is point number 1. Okay. And then after he reaches his monastery where he's going to eat or wherever he's going to rest and eat, he apparently mixes the whole thing so he doesn't even know in the bottom le paisam irundhudu. So that's why I think it's the first house.
This is true, but even Sai Baba, Shirdi Baba, if you see, he used to have this huge handi. He used to put all the things and cook together. No difference, just cook. And give us prasad. That used to be their methodology.
So
attach any food also at the same time, who is giving and all of that.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So to not have doership is extraordinarily difficult. So yeah, ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It's very difficult to not have. Anyway, so with that we will enter chapter 2, chapter 66. Yeah, Suresh,
to just clear, let's say someone has what I was just thinking and what came to mind. So intention ide but doership illa. That means they have mastered their ahankara. For example of Krishna being a part of the yuddha, let's say. So in that sense, when you have mastered your ahankara and you don't have any doership, the intention kind of fades away, and I'm just imagining that there is a universal intention left of Loka Kalyana. Right? If the doership really fades in you at every moment, there's only intention fades away and there's only one thing left, that's Loka Kalyana, and you just do what is needed for that.
ಅವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿಂತೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ probably you'll just give up on everything. You'll just go to a forest or a cave and then just sit there and stay in meditation. So because you don't want to do action also, you don't want intention also. Right.
No. Even if the person is in the world and has mastered the ahankara,
Ahankara.
doesn't matter. The intention still fades away, and
True.
whatever is done is just what is needed.
It's what is needed. That's it. Yeah. See, now you take an example of Vedavyasa being the reason for the birth of Vidura, Pandu, and Dhritarashtra. Did Vedavyasa have our Nanmaklu ಅವರು ಅಂತ? So
He wrote so very rightly of their character, not because they're my children anta yochne.
that's it. Yeah, he just I had to help in continuing the kingdom. ಹಸ್ತಿನಾಪುರ ಪ್ರಾಜನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ನನಗಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸೋಣ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದೋಸ್ 3 ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ
Actually, there is a shloka. ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಪ್ರದೀಪೇನ ಮೋಹಾವರಣಘಾತಿನ ಲೋಕ ಗರ್ಭಗೃಹಂ ಕೃತ್ಸ್ನಂ ಯಥಾವತ್ ಸಂಪ್ರಕಾಶಿತಂ. So what Valmiki has written is Itihasa Pradipena, by the master lamp of the Itihasa called Mahabharata. He has lit up the womb of the world with wisdom. Itihasa Pradipena Moha Varana Ghatina. And that light of wisdom has removed any kind of moha, any kind of ignorance. Loka Garbhagraham Kritsnam. Okay, that's the same thing. In the ignorance in the womb of the world. And Yathavat Samprakashitam. And what is the nature of that flame of that Itihasa Pradipa? It is Yathavat Samprakashitam. He's written as it is. One, we can take it as he's written what's the truth about certain things. Or else we can also take that he has written it in an unbiased way. Because aunde maklu mommakladu. Right, so as Duryodhana is this bad charactered guy, it's his own grand, it's his own grand side.
Technically,
but he's written it as it is, so that clearly shows that he doesn't have any fear of keeping the name of his grand.
Yeah, absolutely. Alva? Duryodhana has his genes, has Vedavyasa's genes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do Yudhishthira and others. Yeah, absolutely. Very nice.
Yudhishthira, Pandavas, maybe, I don't know. I still don't understand.
Actually, illa alva.
I don't understand the concept of being the children of Indra. I don't know what it exactly means. But maybe it doesn't mean they have only the blood of Kunti. Maybe, I don't know.
Energies, I don't know how it comes in.
You don't know how we can take it though.
Suryadeva, true. Karna being the son of Surya.
Don't know.
Again, so how much of it should we take it as human beings? How much of it should we take as concepts?
Exactly.
So, true. Okay. Shall we begin? I'll reshare my screen again. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅದು? Is it visible ನನಗೆ? Are you able to see the screen? ಸಾರಿ, ನನಗೆ ಫೈಲ್ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು.
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ಓಕೆ. ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 2 ಸಬ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 67 ಅಯೋಧ್ಯಾಕಾಂಡ 67ನೇ ಸರ್ಗ. He heard the account about his father and about his brothers being banished. This is Bharata, by the way. Bharata ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, and Kaikeyi has told what she did. Okay. So he's very angry now. So ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. Bharata was tormented by grief and spoke these words. As I am grieving, what use is this devastated kingdom to me now? I am deprived of my father and of my brother, who is like a father. Like applying salt on a wound, you have imposed a sorrow on another sorrow. You have made my father die and have turned Rama into an ascetic. You have brought about the destruction of the lineage as if a night of destruction has arrived. By the way, Chinmayama, this is what Bharata is scolding Kaikeyi. Okay. You have brought about the destruction of the lineage as if a night of destruction has arrived. My father did not know that he had embraced a burning piece of coal. You are my mother. But overcome by sorrow on account of their sons, Kausalya and Sumitra will find it extremely difficult to reside with you. The noble one, so late 260 is Rama. The noble one, that is Rama, had dharma in his soul and displayed supreme conduct towards you, treating you like his own mother. He knew about how one should behave with seniors. In that way, my eldest mother, Kausalya, possesses foresight. Resorting to dharma, she behaved with you as if with one's own sister. You have made her son don garments of rags and bark and leave for residing in the forest. Despite this wickedness, you are not sorrowing. You do not realize the evil you have caused to that illustrious one. You have exiled him with bark as attire. Do you see any reason for this? I do not think you know how much I desire Raghava. Otherwise, for the sake of the kingdom, you would not have brought about this great and unnecessary calamity. In the absence of the strength brought about by those tigers among men, Rama and Lakshmana, why will I be interested in protecting the kingdom? He, that is Rama again, Rama is powerful and extremely strong, and the great king always found a succor in him. The one with dharma in his soul was like the forest around Meru, sustaining Meru. This great burden has been thrust upon me. How can I bear this load? It requires energy. I do not possess the insolence to attempt this burden. On account of your son, you are greedy. Even if I were to possess the capacity brought about through yoga, intelligence, and strength, I will not allow you to accomplish your objective. I will bring back my brother who is loved by his relatives from the forest. The great souled Bharata spoke in this way and added a multitude of other pleasant words. Though he was afflicted by grief, like a lion in a mountainous cavern, he roared. Put the chapter again. Next, chapter 2, subchapter 68, Ayodhya Kanda, 68ನೇ sarga. Bharata censured his mother in this way. Overcome by great rage, he again spoke these words: O Kaikeyi, O cruel one, O one who is wicked in conduct, go away from this kingdom. You have abandoned dharma. When I am dead, weep over me. What harm has the king or Rama, who is extremely devoted to dharma, done to you? Because of what you have done, his death and the exile have occurred simultaneously. Because you have brought about the destruction of this lineage, it is as if you have committed feticide. Feticide is Garbhadalyam Maguna Saisadana feticide. O Kaikeyi, go to hell. You will not obtain the world obtained by your husband. You have perpetrated an extremely terrible deed like this. Having abandoned someone who is loved by all the worlds, you have created a great fear in me too. My father is dead, and Rama has resorted to the forest because of you. For me, you have brought about ill fame in the world of the living. O cruel one, O one who is greedy for the kingdom, in the form of a mother, you are my enemy. I will not speak to you. O evil in conduct, you have killed your husband. O defiler of the lineage, because of you, Kausalya, Sumitra, and my other mothers are immersed in great misery. The intelligent king, Ashwapati, is devoted to dharma. You are not his daughter. You have been born as a Rakshasa lady to destroy your father's lineage. Rama was always devoted to the truth and abided by dharma. Because of you, he has left for the forest, and grieving, my father has gone to heaven. Your grievous sin has been to deprive me of my father. O one hated by all the worlds, you have also made my brothers abandon me. Kausalya is devoted to dharma. Having turned your mind towards wickedness, you have deprived her. Having done this, you will now obtain worlds destined for those who go to hell. O cruel one, did you not comprehend that Rama, my elder brother and Kausalya's son, is like a father to me? He is a refuge for all his relatives. The son is born from the limbs and the heart. That is the reason a son is most loved by a mother. All the other relatives come after that. Surabhi, that is the mother of cows and the cow of the gods. Surabhi is revered by the gods and knows about dharma. There was an occasion when she lost her senses on seeing her two sons bear heavy burdens on earth. She saw that her two sons were exhausted on earth, having borne the burden for half a day. Afflicted on account of her sons, she wept, her eyes overflowing with tears. The great souled king of the gods was traveling below her, and those fine and fragrant drops fell on his body. Indra, the wielder of the Vajra, saw that the illustrious one was tormented by grief. Anxious, the king of the gods joined his hands in salutation and spoke these words: I hope no great fear has been caused to you by us. O one who wishes everyone's welfare, what has given rise to this sorrow? Tell me. Thus addressed by the intelligent king of the gods, Surabhi, eloquent in the use of words, replied in these patient words: O Lord of the immortals, may anything that causes you evil be pacified. I am immersed in grief because my two sons are facing a hardship. They are distressed and weak because they have been scorched by the rays of the sun. O Lord of the gods, dragging the plow, the two bulls are being killed. They have been born from my body. They are suffering and are afflicted by the burden. I am tormented on seeing them. There is nothing as beloved as a son. The cow, which provides all the objects of desire, sorrowed even though she possessed 1,000 sons. Without Rama, how will Kausalya sustain herself? The virtuous one has a single son, and because of what you have done, she has been separated from her son. Therefore, you will always suffer from grief in this world and in the world hereafter. I will do everything that needs to be done for my father and compensate my brother by enhancing his fame. There is no doubt about this. I will bring back Kausalya's immensely radiant son. I will myself go to the forest that is frequented by the hermits. Like an elephant in the forest which has been prodded by a javelin or a goad, he fell down angrily on the ground and sighed like a serpent. His eyes were red and his clothing was disheveled. All his ornaments were thrown around. The king's son, scorcher of enemies, fell down on the ground like the standard of Shachi's consort once the festival is over. 263 Shachi's consort is Indra. As long as the festival is observed, Indra's standard is raised. Thereafter, it is flung away. So, il standard adra bavata tara, flag tara. A flag that is kept flying until the festival is over. Festival ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Time is 9:42.
This is the same festival, Indra Dhvajotsava, same festival that Krishna actually stopped because people were not doing it out of gratitude but out of fear.
Nice. Okay. ಮಹಾಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅದು.
Bhagavata or Mahabharata, I'm not sure, but
Nice.
one of them.
Okay. Anyway, Ramayana ಆದಮೇಲೆ next Mahabharata we'll take up. So, but Mahabharata I want to go a little more faster. So, no, when we come to that. So, either this book where anyway volume 1 is almost coming to an end. So, we are almost more than 3/4 through. So, not how fast we'll reach there. Okay, so chapter 2, subchapter 69, Ayodhya Kanda, 69ನೇ ಸರ್ಗ. Hearing the words spoken by the great soul Bharata and recognizing the voice, Kausalya spoke to Sumitra. Bharata, the son of Kaikeyi, the perpetrator of cruel deeds, has arrived. I wish to see the far-sighted Bharata. She was trembling and she wasn't in control of her senses. Pale and dressed in faded garments, she told Sumitra this and left for where Bharata was. Meanwhile, together with Shatrughna, Bharata, Rama's younger brother, also left for Kausalya's residence. Bharata and Shatrughna saw the miserable Kausalya. Afflicted with grief, she had lost her senses and fallen down along the way. They embraced her. Kausalya, extremely miserable, addressed Bharata. You desired this kingdom and you have obtained the kingdom bereft of thorns. Thanks to Kaikeyi, the performer of cruel deeds, you have quickly obtained it. My son, dressed in rags, has left to reside in the forest. What merit did the evil-sighted Kaikeyi see in this? Kaikeyi should quickly grant me permission to leave for the place where my extremely illustrious son, Hiranyanabha, That is the one with the golden navel, Vishnu's name. It is odd that Kausalya should use this expression. She has used this. Okay, I will grant me permission to leave for the place where my extremely illustrious son Hiranyanaabha is. Or perhaps I can cheerfully leave on my own with Sumitra following me. With the Agnihotra fire in front, I will go to wherever Raghava is. But perhaps that is what you yourself desire now. You should convey me there where my ascetic son, tiger among men, is tormenting himself through austerities. This extensive kingdom, with its store of grains, riches, elephants, horses, and chariots, has been handed over to you. When she lamented in this way, Bharata joined his hands in salutation. Kausalya was suffering from many kinds of grief, and he spoke to her. O noble lady, why are you reprimanding me? I am ignorant and innocent of any sin. You know that my affection for Raghava is great. The noble one is devoted to the truth and is best among virtuous ones. May the intelligence of anyone who ensured his departure never turn to the sacred texts. May the servants of any such wicked person release urine in the direction of the sun. May the person who ensured his departure kill a sleeping cow with his foot. A servant who causes great injury and performs a great misdeed is imposed a punishment by his master. May the person who ensured the dharma of his departure endure that punishment. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from the sin committed by an individual who causes injury to a king who protects his subjects like his own sons. A king who extracts more than 1/6 of taxes makes his subjects suffer and commits adharma. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. Okay, a king who extracts more than 1/6 of taxes. Okay, make his subjects suffer from commit. So we are giving more 30% tax, so that is more than 1/3. So government is charging us more tax.
Yeah, before there was a rule that, I mean, most of the commoners used to give 1/6, but for certain professions there were exceptions. You had to give more or something like that.
Yeah.
But 1/6 is a common expression used, even in a lot of places in Raghuvamsha, Kadidasa, Banabhatta, all of them says Shashtamsham,
Wow, that's
1/6,
right.
1/6 everywhere.
Nice,
So
nice. You have
I
changed
think
my
that
mind.
was a common thing back then.
Sorry, sorry. Okay, okay. Anyway, okay. So may the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. An individual who promises ascetics dakshina at sacrifices and deviates from the pledge commits a sin. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. In a tumultuous battle where weapons are used, there are rules for fighting with elephants, horses, and chariots, and any deviation is not dharma. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. I think the same sentence repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. An evil souled person destroys the extremely subtle meaning of the sacred texts taught by intelligent instructors. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. Without offering it first to seniors, there are those who pointlessly eat the shunned food of paisam, krisara, and goat meat. Therefore, 65. Krisara is a dish made out of sesame and grain. Krishara ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. The point is that shares must be first offered to gods and other seniors, otherwise it is abhorred food, and any sacrificial food not offered to the gods is a pointless sacrifice. Okay. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. It is a sin to eat alone in one's house when one is surrounded by sons, wives, and servants. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. It is a sin to kill a king, a woman, a child, or an aged person, just as it is a sin to abandon a servant. May that kind of sin visit the person. Sleeping during both the sandhyas has been thought of as a sin. May the person who ensured his departure suffer from that sin. I wonder what that sentence is in Sanskrit. Same sentence, Barak. It is a sin to indulge in arson. It is a sin to transgress a preceptor's bed. It is a sin to cause injury to a friend. May the person suffer from that sin. It is a sin not to serve the gods, the ancestors, the mother, and the father. May the person suffer from that sin. It has been recounted that there are worlds for the virtuous and for those who perform virtuous deeds. May the person who ensured his departure be swiftly dislodged from those. Kausalya has been deprived of her husband and son. While comforting her in this way, the king's son was also overcome by grief and fell down. Bharata had just taken extremely difficult pledges. Having taken those pledges, he had become unconscious. Kausalya spoke these words to the one who was tormented by grief. O son, my sorrow has become greater. Through the pledges that you have taken, you are making me suffer even more. It is good fortune that, like Lakshmana, your soul is devoted to Dharma. O son, you have sworn on the truth and you will obtain worlds meant for the virtuous. Afflicted by grief, the great souled one, that is Bharata, lamented in this way. His mind was agitated. He was confused and racked by tides of grief. He lamented and lost his senses. With his intelligence devastated, he fell down on the ground. He repeatedly emitted long sighs. The night passed in the midst of such misery. This is a small chapter, ಓದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 2 ಸಬ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 70 ಅಯೋಧ್ಯಾಕಾಂಡ 70ನೇ ಸರ್ಗ. In this way, Bharata, Kaikeyi's son, was tormented by grief. Vasishta, foremost among rishis and best among eloquent ones, spoke to him. O fortunate one, O immensely illustrious prince, enough of this sorrow. The time has come to perform the last rites for the Lord of men. Hearing Vasishta's words, Bharata prostrated himself. The one who knew about Dharma performed all the funeral rites. The body of the king was raised from the vessel of oil. The face was yellow in complexion, as if he was asleep. The body was first laid down on the bed, best of beds, decorated with many kinds of jewels. At this, Dasharatha's son lamented in great misery. O king, when I was away and had not returned from my trip, why did you send off Rama? Who knows about Dharma and the immensely strong Lakshmana on exile? O great king, abandoning these grieving people, where will you go? They have also been deprived of Rama, the performer of unblemished deeds and lion among men. O king, who will now think of yoga and kshema for this city? O father, you have gone and Rama has left for the forest. O king, without you, the earth is a widow and does not shine anymore. The city seems to me to be like the night without the moon. Distressed in his mind, Bharata lamented in this way. The great Rishi Vasishta again addressed him in these words. Funeral and other rites need to be performed for the king. O mighty armed one, without any distraction or reflection, perform these rites. Bharata worshipped Vasishta and agreed to his words. He quickly welcomed all the officiating priests and preceptors. Following the indicated ordinances, the officiating priests and assistants initially kindled the fire for the king outside the fire chamber. The king's senseless body was then placed on a palanquin and borne by distracted attendants whose voices choked with tears. Ahead of the king, people advanced along the road, scattering silver, gold, and many kinds of garments. The funeral pyre was prepared with wood and sharala, padmaka, and devadaru trees and sprinkled with the essence of sandalwood and aloe. Many other kinds of fragrances were flung there, and the officiating priest placed the king on the midst of all these. The officiating priests poured oblations into the fire and chanted. Following the sacred text, those accomplished in the Sama Veda chanted Sama hymns. As each one deserved, the women mounted palanquins and vehicles. Surrounded by the elders, they left the city and reached the place. The king was on the funeral pyre and the officiating priest circumambulated him anti-clockwise. Oh, interesting. Yenike anti-clockwise? The king was on the funeral pyre and the officiating priest circumambulated him anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬೈ ದೇ ಡೂ ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ವೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶಿವ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. I'll share that in another session once more. Yeah. With Kausalya at the forefront, the women were tormented by grief. Like the sound of female curlews, the wails of the women could be heard. At the time, thousands of them lamented in piteous tones. On the banks of the Sarayu, those beautiful women descended from their vehicles and, distressed, repeatedly wept and lamented. With the royal women, the ministers and the priests, Bharata performed the water rites. Eyes full of tears, they entered the city. In misery, they spent 10 days on the ground. Ground andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ that is, they slept on the floor for 10 days. Okay, great. So, yeah, 9:55. ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು. We'll resume chapter 2, subchapter 71 next session in that. Okay. Any other thoughts or anything? Yeah. Good, we're going at a good pace. I want to finish soon. A few more pages and book 1 will be over. So, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯ ಕಾಂಡ ಇದು ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅಯೋಧ್ಯ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕಿಷ್ಕಿಂದ ಕಾಂಡ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಾಲಕಾಂಡ, ಯುದ್ಧಕಾಂಡ, ಕಿಷ್ಕಿಂದ ಕಾಂಡ. ಓಕೆ, ಶಾಂತಿ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಡ, ಶಾಂತಿ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ಓಂ ಸಹನಾ ಭವತು ಸಹನೋ ಭುನಕ್ತು ಸಹ ವೀರ್ಯಂಕರವಾವಹೈ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಾವಧೀತಮಸ್ತು ಮಾ ವಿದ್ವಿಷಾವಹೈ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಸರ್ವೇ ಭವಂತು ಸುಖಿನಃ, ಸರ್ವೇ ಸಂತು ನಿರಾಮಯಾಃ, ಸರ್ವೇ ಭದ್ರಾಣಿ ಪಶ್ಯಂತು, ಮಾ ಕಶ್ಚಿತ್ ದುಃಖಭಾಗ್ ಭವೇತ್. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. All right, thank you all. See you next Thursday. Good night. Okay, bye bye.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.